Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the week of June 29th. This week, if you want to catch me live, I go live every single day at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Just make sure to subscribe and you will catch me live. But Gemini, this looks pretty good already, so I definitely like to see that. Let's see what we have going on for you here. Right off the bat, a really good reading, but I feel like this is saying, like, don't sell yourself short in your first row, and that's definitely popping into my head, so I gotta say it. I feel like for some of you that there's something like a great opportunity or something that has a lot of potential in your life, but I feel like you really need to kind of like jump on it here and kind of get it going, but we'll talk about that in a minute. You start off with the Squirrel Spirit. This card says believe in yourself, so I really feel like you need to believe that you are worthy of something at this time. That's what this card represents. And in this row, you have the Five of Pentacles, the Emperor, and you have the World. And so I feel like for some of you that you could be dealing with an Aries. I feel like fire in general for you, Gemini. So I feel like some of you could be dealing with a fire sign. You could also be dealing with a water sign as well. You have the Knight of Cups, like a knight in shining armor type of person. I feel like almost like some sort of tug of war type of feeling here. So that's interesting, Gemini. I feel like some of you could be feeling pulled between two different people or two different things in general in your life. And so I feel some sort of tug of war. I feel like in your first row here, you have the Five of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the World, like I said. I feel like that some of you could be going through a birthing process. I mean, I've said it to almost every single sign this week that I've done so far. I mean, to me, it is a difficult time. We have all these, we have the eclipse happening last week, or if you're watching this, before the eclipse, which actually, am I publishing these? I don't even think these will be out before the eclipse, so never mind. But these videos will be out after the eclipse, but still, we have that eclipse. Eclipses last 6 months. I actually feel like this eclipse is pretty positive, but we could have been experiencing some pressure before the eclipse, plus all the retrogrades as well. So, it could be a difficult time. Definitely a difficult time in love, of course, as well. Venus retrograde. Venus retrograde goes both ways for me. Sometimes I feel like we can experience loss in a relationship with Venus retrograde. Usually under Venus retrograde, if we do go through a breakup, usually we end up coming back together because of the Venus retrograde. So usually that doesn't last. And I'm only saying this because I do feel like some of you could have someone coming back from the past here. With these two cards. We'll talk about that in a minute, but let me stay focused, Gemini. Sorry, there's a lot going on here, and I'm just trying to digest it all. In your first row, like I said, you have the Five of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the World. So I feel like some of you could be feeling left out in the cold. The Emperor, I feel like it's saying stick to a plan. In a lot of ways, I feel like it's saying that it's like, in a lot of ways, I feel like it could be an Aries that you're dealing with, of course. And there could have been some sort of difficult ending I'm getting with this World card. The World is a good card, but it can represent an ending. And it can represent a squeeze as well. It can represent a lot of pressure, It can represent birth. It represents the birthing process. It represents going through this portal in the middle and stepping through to a new world. So I feel like some of you have had to either experience or have experienced some sort of loss, or you've been going through some sort of squeeze, possibly an emotional squeeze, with this Two of Swords that you have right here, Gemini. And again, we're going to talk about that in a minute, but I do feel like some of you could be going through that. Your future looks amazing, so wouldn't even worry about it, Gemini. And again, I'm going to clarify at the end with the Lenormand as well. But still, that's very interesting. I feel like some of you could be moving. I do feel like this Five of Pentacles is saying, like, try to maintain your focus, try to keep it positive, especially with this Knight of Cups. In your middle row here, you have the Opportunity card. I love it. I feel like there are a lot of opportunities coming in for you here, Gemini. And this could be in love. You have the Lovers here as well. I feel like these could be just other opportunities, things that you dream of. You have the Knight of Cups, which is like, the Knight of Cups can represent your dream life. He's looking into that cup that's right there on the card. He's normally kind of looking in there. And it's like he is dreaming of his future life. He is dreaming of something that could be bigger and better than what he's experiencing right now. He's dreaming of something that could be amazing. For some of you, this could be with a person, with a Lover's card. I do feel like for some of you, like I said, this is like a past hurt. You have this Five of Pentacles. It's like maybe you had a knight in shining armor, maybe something weird happened. If that happened, I do feel like they could be coming back. Trust me, I don't do readings about exes, Gemini. It's funny because I said the same thing to Pisces as well, but it came up in their reading as well. But it does look like someone could be coming back here legitimately. So that's what I'd say to you. But again, we'll talk about that in a minute. But definitely could be a knight in shining armor in love. If you're just looking for new love, could be a knight in shining armor. Again, if you're not looking for love, this row to me would represent just better kind of matching up better with things that you desire in your life. I say that because of this Lovers card. Outside of love, the Lovers card kind of represents our morals, our values in a lot of ways. It's almost like the Hierophant. The Hierophant is somewhat similar, you know, it can represent our morals. But I feel like for a lot of you, it's like you're matching up with something that you value more. This could be in work or business or your job, or you could just be feeling more valued as well. The Two of Swords is like having a difficult decision to make. It can be like a head over heart decision, but you know, again, I feel like some of you maybe made a decision and you know, a head over heart decision, and I just feel like we'll have to clarify to see how it plays out. Your next card here is the Breathe card. I do feel like it's super important that we breathe at this time. My problem with the astrology from here until like November, till November, Gemini, is the fact that we could have a lot of excessive thinking going on, meaning we could be thinking about things over and over and over and over again. We could be replaying stories in our heads. My problem with that is that we can, then we relive the same things over and over and over again. So we need to like stop that kind of like excessive thinking type of thing. I actually have a video about that on my other channel, so I'll try to remember to put a link down below to that video if you want to check it out. But you know, how to stop excessive thinking, but I definitely feel like that needs to stop here. The Breathe card is just like being present, just like kind of living in the moment and breathing. This row is actually very amazing, Gemini. You have the Ten of Cups, the Judgment card, and the Wheel of Fortune. Definitely a change of fortunes here. Again, I rarely, if ever, say that an ex is coming back. I mean, to me, it's easy to get on YouTube and just make every single video a video about your ex coming back because you know, it gets a lot of views. But to me, it's just not reality. What I would say to you, so therefore, you know, when I say that an ex is coming back, to me this could actually be someone from the past coming back here. You have the Judgment and the Wheel of Fortune. Again, obviously, if you don't want to take this person back, don't, of course not. You know, I always tell people, do what you feel is right here. But I do feel like some of you could have someone coming back from the past. This is coming up in your future position here, so it might not happen this week, it might not happen right away, but I do feel like someone could be coming back. You have the Ten of Cups, fortune after difficulty, happiness, feeling really good. I love the Ten of Cups. It's a happy home, happy family card. I feel like you know what will make you happy, Gemini, and that's what I feel like saying here. It's like you know the thing that will make you happy, and I feel like that's what you're moving towards, instead of just moving towards like something, you know, for the sake of having something, basically. That's what's popping into my head. For those of you not interested in love, to me this is just like success and a victory and some sort of major win with that Wheel of Fortune. So I love that, Gemini. This looks very good. But let's clarify. Between the Five of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups, you have the Tower. There you go. I feel like for some of you, like I said, this could have been some sort of separation with the Knight in shining armor. Maybe this is a breakup that you didn't want to have happen, but you know, it could be something that had to happen for a certain reason. The Six of Spades to me is also a card of fate. So it can say that maybe this had to happen for a reason. And we're going to clarify to the end in a minute, so we'll see what else comes up. Between the Emperor and the Two of Swords, you have the Fish. The Fish is the King of Diamonds in the playing card reading system, and it can represent a soulmate. So some of you could have a soulmate, or you could have a true soulmate coming in for you. So again, this could be a soulmate, could be a water sign. Like I said, the fish could represent water. It's funny because the fish actually represents needing to drink more water as well, as far as your health is concerned. That's popping into my head. My mouth is super dry right now, Gemini, as I'm saying that. So definitely pop it into my head, but I feel like this could be like a soulmate coming in for you. Outside of love, it could also be just a harvest in work. Love it. Next, you have the Scythe. This is the Jack of Diamonds in the playing card reading system. That's coming up between the World and the Lovers. Again, definitely a breakup. The Scythe represents like cutting something out or experiencing some sort of loss or something along those lines. So I do feel like this could be like a cutting out energy. Next, between the Knight of Cups and the Ten of Cups, you have the Bouquet. This is the Queen of Spades. Or I'm sorry, this is the Lily right here. This is the King of Spades right here. So I feel like this is about needing to dive into your spirituality. It's also about like trusting your wisdom as well. And you know, with that Knight of Cups, I was saying with this Knight of Cups, that you know, you're like looking into that cup that's on that card. You are dreaming of your perfect life. The King of Swords here, or this King of Spades, I'm sorry, and you know, called the Lily, it can represent basically wisdom or gaining wisdom or learning from some sort of experience. So I feel like you have learned from some sort of loss here. Obviously, that's kind of what the reading is saying. It doesn't have to be love. It could be your job. It could be a business. It could be anything. I feel like you've learned a lot. I feel like it's made you become more spiritual in a lot of ways, and I feel like that will lead to everything you want with the Ten of Cups, so this is probably a good thing. Next, between the Two of Swords here and the Judgment card, you have the Gentleman. This is the Ace of Hearts in the playing card reading system. Plain and simple, this looks like the return of a soulmate. You know, I hate to be cliche, Gemini, and I know that, you know, like I said, I know that plenty of readers are saying every single week that your soulmate is coming back, but I mean, to me, this is the only reading I've done in like the past like 2 years that actually legitimately looks like someone coming back from the past, you know, especially with the lineup. So, you know, that's what I'd say to you. The Ace of Hearts is, you know, a soulmate. It is your true love. It is someone that you truly love. So I feel like some of you could be going back to someone. Again, you know, the other way to think of this as well, Gemini, is that maybe you've been with this person in a past life. So this could be like a past life connection. So maybe you haven't been with them in this lifetime. And, you know, again, so that's what I would say there. Next, between the Lovers and the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Fox. This card says be careful of tricky people, or be careful of a tricky situation. The Fox, you know, it's coming up between the Lovers and the Wheel of Fortune. It's basically saying do not repeat the same cycle. If you're going back to someone from the past, make sure you have everything ironed out. Make sure you understand everything. You know, make sure that there's understanding on both sides of the table here if you're going back to someone with that Fox card. So that's what I'd say to you. For others, I actually like the Fox. It is a card of trickery. It can be a very negative card, but it can also be a card of standing out and getting attention. So definitely a good card for that. Your outcome for this top row, you can't make this stuff up, Gemini. Ten of Hearts. Literally, this is a card of the family. It's a card called the Dog, and it represents loyalty. I feel like someone has been loyal to you in love, or someone, you know, if you don't know this person, I feel like someone will be loyal to you. It's basically the same card as the Ten of Cups, fortune after difficulty, happiness, but definitely loyalty and love. If you're not looking for love, again, this could just represent your network, and it's a very good card for like networking, building a network, meeting new people, all sorts of things, Gemini. So this is a very good reading for doing that. In your middle row here, you have the Diviner card. This card just represents me. This card really is just a throwaway, but I just don't take it out. So you have the Seven of Diamonds. Could be messages. I feel like some of you could be hearing from the past. You could also be the one that's delivering a message from the past here, or to someone from the past. I would say if you're thinking about reaching out, I would do it, Gemini, especially with that Seven of Diamonds, because this looks like a positive result to me. So I would do it. And finally, look at, what do you know? You have the Heart. This is the Jack of Hearts in the playing card reading system, and it's coming up in this bottom row. So I feel like in a lot of ways, this is a true love reading. I feel like your true love is coming back for some of you. For others, this would be someone new, but again, I would say it's probably like a divine connection, or a, like, you know, if you, whatever you want to call it, karmic connection. I don't buy into any of the labels or anything like that. It's whatever you want it to be, right? And I feel like it's a very deep, very positive connection. So I feel like that could be coming in for you. It's a love reading. I don't do love readings, as you know, but this looks like a love reading to me. If you're not interested in love, this is definitely a harvest here. This could be a financial harvest. To me, this reading is kind of like saying there's a financial turnaround in the end here where your finances could be improving. I feel like it's saying stay focused. Like, don't make, you know, if you get a bunch of money all of a sudden, then, you know, make sure to not repeat the same past mistakes with this Nine of Clubs, this Fox card. So I feel like this reading, all in all, if I were to just give it one broad message, I would say it's about not repeating a certain cycle, making sure that you don't as well. It's like, I feel like things could go either way for you here, Gemini. You know, it's like if you're taking someone back from the past, I feel like it could lead to this right here: marriage, children, family, ten of Hearts, the Dog, loyalty, something permanent. I also feel like it could go the other way. It could end in disaster. So I feel like you just need to kind of like make sure that you're approaching something with the correct intentions. King of Spades right here, this Lily card. And I feel like everything will be all right. So this looks really good. So thank you for watching, Gemini, and definitely enjoy your week.